All right, so I'm discussing here Primates Go Wild, a segment posted by Cecil on his YouTube channel. It is slightly longer than his previous post on primates. He refers to humans as primates, as it's obvious from these segments. Well, I need to mention that I don't consider myself to be a primate, essentially. That's biological, okay? That's from biology. Biologists like to build certain taxonomies on all living beings, on all living organisms. And just because my feet, legs, and hands are arranged in a certain way, just because my limbs and genitals and all of the parts of my body are arranged in a certain way that resemble the way in which these limbs are arranged in primates, that doesn't make me a primate. That's just a taxonomy that biologists build, and it is poorly understood these days, I guess. So I'd like to quote to you from Oration on the Dignity of Man by Giovanni Pico della Mirandola. And it reads like this: God the Father, the mightiest architect, had already raised, according to the precepts of his hidden wisdom, this world we see, the cosmic dwelling of divinity, a temple most august. He had already adorned the super-celestial region with intelligences, infused the heavenly globes with the life of immortal souls, and set the fermenting dung heap of the inferior world teeming with every form of animal life. But when this work was done, the divine artificer still longed for some creature which might comprehend the meaning of so vast an achievement, which might be moved with love and its beauty and smitten with awe at its grandeur. When, consequently, all else had been completed, as both Moses and Timaeus testify, in the very last place he bethought himself of bringing forth men. Truth was, however, that there remained no archetype according to which he might fashion a new offspring, nor in his treasure houses there the wherewithal to endow a new son with a fitting inheritance, nor any place among the seats of the universe where this new creature might dispose himself to contemplate the world. So the Lord God wanted to create man, but he found no other archetype and no other place in which to place him. So we should see our bodies and our types as archetypes, actually, okay? It is wrong to view ourselves as primates just because we share some archetype with the monkeys themselves. All right, so I stand strong against this Professor Cecil's taxonomy that we are in fact primates. We're not primates in any way. We should have faith in men. We should have faith in men's intelligence and men's emotions, that they should strive for the good of mankind. So, coming back to the original segment, the rate of change at which civilization is progressing and was progressing since the Industrial Revolution by far surpasses our capability to adapt to these new environments. Our imaginations and capabilities to envision new technologies have gone beyond our biological capabilities to adapt to the ever-changing world we are creating. Due to our knowledge expansion and our knowledge economy, there was a hockey stick in the data concerning the world population. Arguably, this fact was due to the Industrial Revolution. What seems to be underappreciated regarding the Industrial Revolution is the rate at which the world was transformed. In the early 1800s, it took about 3 to 5 days to get from Paris to London. Late 1800s, it took 6 to 7 hours using steam engine propulsion. These days, the flight from Paris to London takes as long as the taxi trip from airport to the hotel. Wes is being sarcastic here, of course. Later on, he does make the point that you can have the latest smartphone yet still die of dysentery. So we end up imagining a new world, and boom, that new world we imagined is here. But we're still the same people as we were yesterday, so we find it hard to adapt. This is, in a way, a version of the scaling problem. It is a problem of scaling. If you have a certain road infrastructure in the United States, and all of a sudden politicians decide it is okay to import older vehicles at a cheaper price, the traffic doubles in size and then the infrastructure cannot cope anymore. Well, what do? Well, we need to regulate. That's what politicians are there for, to regulate. Then, the fact that we now get light at night, that destroys in a way our lifestyle, so to speak, that degrades our biorhythms and sleep patterns and so on and so forth. That's a problem too, okay? So that's a problem we did not have prior to, I don't know, 1700s. Trade becomes advanced. We're going from water-based trades to land-based trade. There's no more need, I would add, for major trade-motivated military operations. So that is a good thing in essence. That's what I would think anyway, no? There's less need for major trade-motivated military operations. Does that make sense? People are free to move within their cities now. They aren't confined to certain boroughs of their own cities. We are free to dwell wherever we like and free to make friendships and encounter whoever we feel like. Well, are we free really? In which suburb do you live? Where's your house, by the way? What suburb is that? And most of all, where exactly are you shopping for groceries? So, all in all, we have thousands of years of slow evolutions, and now, especially now, yes, but also since late 1800s, we live at very speedy rate, and due to that, we go wild because we find ourselves unable to cope no more. My answer to all of this would be that, well, as it is true, our social and material infrastructures are being flooded essentially by phenomena like migrations and overpopulation, it would be essential to effectively find new means of coping with these disastrous effects, and that would entail working together in an honest fashion, in an honest and benevolent way. Perhaps this is what it is essentially missing here: benevolence.